All right, today on Tunnell Custom Garage, we're going to be putting a deck on our Jon Boat. I have this angle iron and rectangular tube. It's a set of ramps that we got for a four-wheeler we used to have, and it is heavy as lead. We don't use it. I'm going to cut it up. I love you. Go play. It's getting hard to see, but I've marked a center line here all the way down the board, and I've marked 1 foot intervals. If I need to, I can come back and do 6/8 intervals. Out here on the boat, I will mark the center. I've shoved my tape all the way up under here where I want my board to go, and I've come out and I've marked 1 foot intervals. There's one, there it is right there. what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take measurements. I'm gonna take measurements from the 1 foot here to here, 2 feet to 2 foot, and so on. That way I'll be able to take from the center, measure my distance out, should be able to draw this contour, because as you can see down the boat, it's got a little, it's narrower up here than it is down there. I've got to replicate that to the board. All right, got one side cut. I may have to come back and do it again because this is this line's probably going to be tight. I've got carpet going back on it, so I may end up having to do some trimming. But got the shape going. Let's cut that other side out. I broke my blade, but look, it broke right there. Wow. I'll get the handsaw and finish that off. All right, day 2, I guess. We've got a frame kind of chassis set up. Let me show you what we got. I didn't video this and I apologize, but I had to retrim the board. I put it back up there. I use it as my welding table, so it's got a little trash on it. I actually had to put an extra piece for thickness here for the base of the trolling motor so that it would sit down correctly, because when it doesn't sit right, in a little bit of a bind, this little trigger release point doesn't want to work correctly. So that worked much, much better. So that's ready, with the exception of boring my holes. I got up here, I've got my metal all cut, got a couple little legs to hold it just right. Anyway, a couple of pieces across the middle here, angle iron. I actually pulled these legs in a little bit, so because the sides slope in, so my wood is actually not gonna want to press down right here. So if you step on this side, it won't be supported by metal, but it doesn't want to go in because it's against that side that's sloped in. That's that. Boat seat's on. I did sit on it just to kind of make sure I could run the controls and all that sort of thing. Not with the metal, but just when the board was up here. And yeah, it felt good, worked good. So I'm pleased. Moving along. So we got our decking put on, got our frame built, got our panel cut out with some angle notched in. It's pretty sturdy to walk on. Will not blow out, I can guarantee that. I had some real old Bondo I threw in there. It may dry, may not. Tanner's opening up our carpet. I will show you, I countersunk the bolt heads right there to go through so that our carpet wouldn't have a bolt sticking up through it. It fits good, it fits pretty tight. I think it's gonna be okay with the carpet on the edges. We're gonna lay this carpet out. What I plan on doing is getting it centered and putting a clamp on it right there and a clamp on it down here. And that way I'll just flip the inside over, glue down this side, get it good and solid, then do the opposite. All right, got carpet clamped, dead center on that end. We've marked center on this end. I think if I cut it off right here, I've got enough to lay on down and overlap here. Okay, my apologies, because I just didn't, I got busy and I didn't do any recording. That's not the way you do things, but here it is.
Looks good. That's my daddy. It has this.
I've got to put a handle on the little compartment here.
If
It
you
works
could put
good.
like a cooler down there or something.
You could. Our battery's right there where we can get to it. It fits pretty nicely. I wrapped our little piece of wood that that holds the trolling motor up in place. I've got to figure out where I kind of want to put this in terms of my foot, and then put a hole through the floor underneath this so that I can run my wire back to my battery. But there you go. We're pretty happy about it.
Looks good.
All right, one more upgrade we're gonna make. Our little, whatever kind of rope this was, didn't last. So I went down to the store and I got us a strap with a hook. We're gonna swap that out. Oh, I've also got this light. LEDs. I'll go right here. Okay, strap is on, but when I try to put tension on it, it's spinning down on the spool. So I've got to pull this back off, somehow fasten it to itself better, because I want to be able to put more tension on it. I thought it would tighten down and tighten on itself, but it's not. I moved into the shop because it's raining. Here's my wires for my lights. So let me see if I can get my little LEDs going. Oh yeah. Ooh, that's good and bright. You notice I had to back the deck up. I'll run this wire up through here. Got to put another hole in the boat, no problem. Just temporarily put together. Now I'll do it correctly. I'll show you that. Okey doke. Got that installed. I think it looks pretty good. Everything's hidden. Works good. Now we're legal, with a few exceptions. Last thing, probably not going to include this in the video. I've just got to figure out where we're going to position our foot control and install it. But I don't have clamps to go on my battery that's in here. Okay, last thing, I promise. I just had to show you what I did. I didn't want to quit till I got this done. I ran a bolt through my crank. I had to grind the edge of it off to get it past there. And I have put the pocket of my strap through here. Now, I'm just tightening this down. This won't go anywhere. This is gonna pull up tight and I'll be able to put as much tension on this as I want. All right, there you go. Had to do it. Thank you. So I'm gonna call this video done. Thank you for watching. Hit subscribe and we'll keep doing more stuff like this.